Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the Positive Moments with Victoria. If you're joining us for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button, and as you do so, also hit the notification button right beside it, the notification bell right beside it, in order to get notified every time we upload a new video. And also do well to follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter at PME_music1, and also follow our past episodes. There are so many videos we have on YouTube, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. Just do well to go through our previous videos and drop your comments. I will be glad to read from you. So very quickly today, I want to talk about something we seldomly talk about in Nigeria, in Africa, probably in the whole world. Anyway, it's not common to talk about this particular topic. So generally, we know that Women's Day are celebrated more than twice in a year. I don't even know how many times. We know we have International Women's Day, we have Mother's Day, we have the International Day of the Girl Child, and funny enough, there is American Mother's Day and there is UK Mother's Day. Like, I don't even know how many Mother's Day or Females Day or Ladies Day or Girls Day. There's so many Women's Day we celebrate, and that is actually understandable, because even if we decide to be celebrating women every day, yes, it's what it, yeah, deserve it. It's not easy to be a woman, but it's very uncommon to celebrate men. Like, it's not something we see every day. Yes, we have the International Men's Day, we have Father's Day, and we have the International Day of the Boy Child. But the way we carry it is not the same way we carry the Women's Day and the International Day of the Girl Child and all of that. Now, I don't know why it's like that. I don't know. Probably because even the men does not think it's a big deal. Like, naturally, women are always taking things personal and they always want to celebrate each other. It's just the way they are wired, it's just normal. But for the men, they probably don't see it as a big deal, and since they don't see it as a big deal, so the women too, they are decided to just be on their own. But I think we should celebrate our men more, because it's actually also not easy to be a man. The other time I said it's not easy to be a woman. It's not even easy to be human being in general. It's not easy. Actually, men deserve to be celebrated too. On the night of April, every night of April, the International Men's Day on Twitter is celebrated on the night of April. Although the International Men's Day, like, outside of social media, outside of Twitter, is celebrated on the 19th of November. But Twitter decided to celebrate their men on the 9th of April, and that day was dedicated to the men. Like, they were celebrating each other and advertising their businesses and trying to network and trying to make themselves feel good. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is a good one. Men should also learn to celebrate each other. Men should also learn to speak out, and it's not every time that we always have to talk about women this, women that, women this, women that. Men also have stuff going on with them. They also have issues. They also have things to talk about, but because of the way they are wired, or because of the way society has placed them in a box that, okay, you're a man, you should man up, you shouldn't talk about anything that is happening to you, you are supposed to be the man. Like, it has really made them not to come out and talk about whatever it is that is bothering them, which is not supposed to be like that. I feel men should also come out and share their experiences, share what is happening to them, share their feelings, share their emotions. They have to stop bottling up everything. They have to stop just being in that corner of, okay, I'm a man. You are not supposed to break down. You're not supposed to be emotional. You're not supposed to express your feeling. And I think this issue of not expressing your feeling and all of those things have actually made a lot of men bitter and prone to domestic violence and all of that, because they cannot express themselves like the women. Like, it's natural for a woman to just express herself and how she feels, and everybody will sympathize with her because she's a woman. But when a man is trying to open up and try to say, okay, this is what is happening to me, people will just shut him up and be like, come on, you're a man, you should man up, you should not be taking this kind of things personal. A man is supposed to absorb pains and absorb a lot of things just because they are men. Yes, we know that physically men are most times stronger than women, like when it comes to physical strength, although we have a lot of women too that are strong physically, but majority of the men we have around are stronger physically than men, and some of them are also stronger emotionally, although not in all cases. There are women who are very strong emotionally, and women you will never see them break down. No matter what happens to them, nothing gets to them. They are just so strong like that. So it's not just a man or woman thing. But naturally, the society has made it look like you are a man, you should man up, you should not show your emotion, you should not show your feelings, and all of that and all of that and all of that. I think all of that if this is 2021, men should be able to come out and say, okay, this is what is happening to me. They should be able to seek for help when they need help. It's not only women that need help. If you go to social media today, a lot of stuff you're going to see, a lot of hide my identity, keep me anonymous. Yeah, most of them are women seeking for help over one situation or the other. The men, they have refused to open up because they feel like, okay, if I talk about this, people are going to mock me, and it's true. And it's not just women that are going to mock them. Their fellow men too will mock them, that how can you be saying this kind of thing? You're a man. So I think with the celebration of men going on now, like people are really started to celebrate men these days. I think we should also learn to allow these men express themselves, share their own experiences, share their own pains, share whatever is happening to them, and be free about it, and not feel like, okay, if I say this thing, people are going to condemn me or people are going to look down on me. No, they should be able to express themselves. And also there's so many organizations set aside for young ladies, for girls. Like you just see an NGO for young girls, international kinikon for young ladies, this that foundation for young women, for this, for that. Yes, we understand the society that we live in, and we know that these young girls, ladies, women, they need mentoring and all of that. But who are the ones training the boys? If we had just dedicated our whole attention on the girls, on the ladies, focusing on our attention on training the girl child to be this, to be that, yes, we understand that, okay, they need that training, and because of where we are coming from, the previous generation, we know how much they relegated the girl child to the background, and a lot of things that happened, early child marriage and all of that. So we understand where that is coming from. But at the same time, if you just focus our attention on the girls alone and refuse to train the boys, these girls are still going to meet these boys that we refuse to train. They are going to meet them in the future. So what happens then? The boys that refuse to train are going to damage the girls that we have trained. So I think as we are making it a point of duty to train the girls, to create one foundation, one organization or the other to cater for the girls, we should also include the boys too. People should step out to mentor these young boys that are coming, especially this upcoming generation. There are so many role models out there, and when I say role models, I don't really mean the positive ones. There's so many negative role models. There are both positive and negative role models. There are so many celebrities that are not really, like, they are just celebrities because they are popular, people know them, they have fame, but they are not impacting anything into these young children positively. These young boys that are coming, they need mentoring just the same way the young girls need mentoring. They all need mentoring. If we train the boy child and we train the girl child, we are not going to have a problem in the society. But if we place all our attention on the girl child, okay, the girl child, the girl child foundation, this one, and we will just neglect the boy child, that boy is going to grow up to be a man who is going to damage the girl that we have raised, that we have spent all our time trying to raise and all of that. So we should also put that into consideration and know that, okay, as we're training the girls, we're also training the boys. So it's still in the spirit of celebrating the International Twitter Men's Day. let us also train the boys. And I think it's a good time to talk about domestic violence, male toxicity, and a lot of things that are going on in the society. Most of these guys are just um, a product of bottled emotions, a lot of things that they could not express because the society does not expect them to express those kind of feelings, so they have decided to bottle it up, and then you just see them doing all manner of things, becoming violent and all of that, because they have to transfer that aggression to somebody, to something. So that's why we have a lot of violence around us. So I think it's also a good time to talk about those things, and let's see how we can end violence, end rape, end male toxicity, and all of those. Another thing is men should also learn to stand against injustice. I've seen a lot of cases where a woman is being harassed somewhere, and there are men around, but they will just either be making mockery of her or just refuse to just interfere because guys code, bro code, like they normally call it. So I think it's also a good time to talk about those kind of things. When you see an injustice, please stand up to it, stand up against it, and just kick against it. Don't just be looking from afar and say because he's my brother, he's bro code, he's guy code, and just watch somebody being molested, watch somebody being harassed because you just don't want to interfere. I think it's a good time to also talk about that. You should stand against injustice. It is very important. If we are going to move our society forward, if we want to have a better society, we should also talk about that. It's a good time to also talk about standing against injustice as a man. In conclusion, what I'm trying to say is we should learn to celebrate our men more. Yes, we celebrate them more because these men are actually doing so much that we might not see. We might not see what they are doing, but they are responsible men. Yes, we know there are a lot of irresponsible men, just the same way we have a lot of irresponsible women. It's not gender based, but there are a lot of responsible men who are good fathers, who are good husbands, who are good friends, who are good everything you can think of. So we should learn to celebrate our men more. And also I discovered that on the particular day, the International Men's Day on Twitter, there are people who were like, what are they feeling like? Why do they need to celebrate them? Every day is Men's Day, is a man's soul and all that. I don't think it's like that. It's not like that. We should learn to celebrate them to just the same way we celebrate women. The way we celebrate women all over the world, it's beautiful, very beautiful. So I think we should also learn to celebrate the men, and as like I mentioned, train the boy child, because that boy child that we refuse to train is going to damage the girl child that we have devoted all our time to train. And also I mentioned that men should start standing up against injustice. They should not just be supporting each other when they know that other person is obviously wrong, but because it's my fellow brother, now let me just support. No, please, men should learn to stand against injustice also. Alright, like I said, if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, kindly click the subscribe button right now. Click the subscribe button. It's just a button. Click the subscribe button, and also the bell right beside it, the notification button. Click it in order to get notified every time we post a new video. And also you can drop your comments on this video. I will be glad to hear from you. Drop your comments. What do you think? What are the other things that you feel, that you believe that men should start doing, and what are the things that you think they should stop? You can drop your comments and I'll reply you. And also follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Till you see me next time, I still remain Victoria. Bye.